Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 24. It is now time for round 8 of our MotoGP career mode, and we are here in the Sokol International Racetrack of Kazakhstan. I am starting today's video from the back of the grid, no questions asked, on the hardest difficulty in the game. Let's crack on. So here we go then, from the aforementioned back of the grid. Simple reason being is we've had an upgrade in the team's comparison for this season for the halfway point, and I'll be honest with you, it's going to make things too easy. I think I'm a little bit worried about it, so we're going to start from the back of the grid, use the hardest difficulty, and just absolutely go for it. Now, I did skip practice, I skipped qualifying. We're just going to run the race and just see what happens here today. And what I can tell you is whoa, that was close to Parioli, but look at the difference we're making up right now. This KTM feels way quicker than it has done all season long. Those upgrades have worked an absolute treat. But the one thing I am concerned about is the fact that we have been leading the World Championship, we are leading now by 40 plus points, and we're still not the top bike in this championship. I mean, we're second in the team's championship, just a point behind the Gas team, so I don't know what's actually happened there, but yeah, for some strange reason we're not actually the best bike on the grid, but I think we're the best rider on the grid and the best player in my career mode, so I'm pretty certain we can have a good race here. And I've got to say, we're already up to 6th place. We started dead last in this Grand Prix, and yet here we are. What a start. This one's going to go down in the history books, I can assure you, without too much issue. Now, I don't know how well the AI would have been in the practice or qualifying. Did take a little bit of a gamble with the soft tyres, but I think considering the weather looks a little bit cold, it should be fine. So we should be absolutely A-OK for this Grand Prix. But all I can say is that I was hesitant when I came up with this idea. Oop, bumped Stefano Nepper a little bit there on the MTA bike. He's run it deep. I'll take over for 5th place. Top 5 already in one lap. Marvellous. But yeah, I was really hesitant about this one here today because Sokol's one of those circuits that I have not really used that much since it arrived in MotoGP 23. I don't particularly like the track. I think it's okay, but there's just nothing special about it. It's just an average circuit that I would tend to just do because of career mode. But honestly, I did I think it was the redemption video in MotoGP 23 because I didn't have a good race. Oh, in fact, get back to that in a minute. Look at that lunge up on the inside of Colin Vire. Look how he gave me space, though. I love that about the AI in this game. That's brilliant. He realised that move was coming and he gave me some space. Can we do the same to Holgado going into turn 5 this time around? We cannot. But before I digress, I must get back to my point is that MotoGP 23's Sokol race, not in career mode because that was the two of us battling it out with Holgado right to the end. More so the video when I came back to it, we absolutely dominated with no problem whatsoever. And I really didn't want it to be the same way here today. We dominated in Mugello. I even dropped a power setting 1. It wasn't enough with 120% AI to beat us. So today, starting from the back of the grid, charging, pushing, no practice, I think it's going to make the best sort of content. So I think from now on, if you guys approve, I'm going to start from the back of the grid from every race to the end of the season. Unless it's something like the Sachsenring where they're absolutely ridiculous. But we'll soon see when we get to that spot. But up in the inside then of Holgado, we're now onto the podium. Ooh, can we get through on Jose Antonio Rueda? He's moved over to the MT MSI team, of course. Nice and tight to the apex for turn 12. We're already up to 2nd place. Plus 20 plus positions on this race already. This is magnificent. Across the line will be Alonso fastest, and then of course it's us with a 1:48.902. I don't know how good that is in terms of lap times for leaderboards and time trial, but I imagine it's pretty decent. Unfortunately for myself, I can't actually access time trial at the moment. It's just a bit dodgy. It seems to just freeze every single time I go in it, but can we launch an attack on Alonso? That's going to be late. It's not good enough, but I've got to say that is one of my favourite overtaking spots here in Sokol. In fact, that's probably my favourite spot to overtake here in Sokol. Now onto the power. Whoa! Did you see the rear tyre spin then? Just be careful. Be a little bit more steady than that as we get into the crux and crevices of the second position. Can we get through now onto Alonso? It's a bit deep. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to work out as I tried to regain that position going into turn 7. Now, I've got to be careful of that front tyre. Now, it does this every sector, really. It builds up, and then, of course, when we get on the straight here, cools down a little bit. A bit of dirty air from David Alonso doesn't really affect the game's performance. But around the outside of Alonso, this could be the moment where we strike for the lead. Alonso not allowing that to happen. A bit of a nudge going into the right hander for turn 9. Alonso retakes the lead after a very brief dispossession of myself a moment ago. So now into turn 10. Can we repay the favour, and can we dispossess Alonso going into the final corner? Doesn't look like it yet. Into the left-hand side. Joel Esteban's been given a track limit warning. He's somewhere in the top 10, I think he is. He might just be outside of the top 10, to be quite honest. But on across the line, Alonso, he's got the inside line, but I'm going to go for that wider sweeping line to then get the cutback. Going for that tighter apex. He's going to run it deep to the left here, isn't he? I'll go for the tight. Oh, yes! Did it work? I think it did. I had to brave that one. Wasn't quite prepared to go for it, but I think a little bit of a healthy commitment paid off. And here goes Alonso. God, we were so close to him, we could see on his dashboard. Unbelievable how close the action is getting here in Kazakhstan. Of course, Kazakhstan in real life has been announced, has been cancelled and re-announced to replace the Bud circuit of Indian GP. Of course, in my career mode, I'll be playing both of those tracks this season. Oh, who's that? That's Taiyo Furusato. Where did that come from? He went round the outside of both of us. That was unbelievable. Now Alonso, he's got the inside line. That puts me in a perilous spot, but we go for the tight apex and hopefully we get through. Oh my God, look at the speed. Look at the pace from that Honda. That is unbelievable. Well, there's no doubt which is the best bike in this game. I can't believe that. Look at the speed from the, what, NSF W250 is it? Something like that? NSF250R WGP? I can't remember the full model name of the Honda. But look at that speed he has on the straights. Well, I thought this was going to be a two-man scrap between myself and Alonso. But Furusato went around the outside of not one but two of us. That is bold and bravery personified. That's unbelievable. This young lad, Taio Furusato, is such a calm and collected, nimble little fella off the circuit, and yet here he is with an absolute ruthless aggression streak. A 1:48.3 on lap 4. This could be tremendously difficult, you know. Furusato's leading the way now by 0.4 of a second. Where has this come from? Well, if we thought this one was going to be similar to Mugello, then we thought wrong. I'm going to go for it here. I've got to get that position back on Furusato. Beautiful clean apex there to turn 4. Position the motorcycle in front of him a bit aggressively. But I think he'll go back on the inside here for turn 5. He does. A little bit of a nudge there. So bad that my rear wheel lifted off the floor temporarily. That very small Pirelli SC1. What can we do now? Luca Lynette has been given a warning for an incident. Didn't quite see who it was with, but we're really rapidly closing in on Furusato. But this is the moment. This is the key moment here. We get on the power about the same time. I'm in the slipstream, and it's still not good enough to get past him. That is unbelievable. That Honda is a beast. With a very small frame and figure on it, it's a rocket. It's like Casey Stoner on the 2008 Ducati GP, and of course Alvaro Bautista on the Aruba.it Ducati. That's unbelievable. This is going to go down in the history books, isn't it? Every single time we fight back, it looks like, oh, bit of a nudge, a little bit cheeky, but I'm sure Furusato will probably beat me before the line. This is all now about preparing for the final lap, because we're not going to separate each other, are we? We're going to be here together now to the conclusion of this Grand Prix. Improved my lap time there to 1:48.7, but look at that, 0.4 slower than Furusato was on that lap prior. David Alonso hasn't got anything to contend with here. He probably doesn't know what's happened. the two riders we were fighting together. The next thing you know, Furusato goes, oh, do you know I've got an extra gear on this bike? Well, he certainly showed it. Now into that tight apex for turn 4. Beautiful defensive move there. That's given us a few tenths of a second against the Japanese. Riders changing positions there in the top left-hand corner of your screen. Us on the tower, on the live standings. Now, that's a double now. Now that the performance in the race has increased, my soft tyre at the front is getting warmer and warmer. We're pushing and pushing here. 4 tenths of a second is the gap to Taio. Is this enough to maintain the lead? Going into the right-hander here at the end of the straight. Fans are cheering from the bridge above. Hopefully they don't throw any debris onto the circuit. That'd be a scummy thing to do, but here we go then. Furusato's gap, that has just disappeared in an instant. He's going to run it a bit deep though, isn't he? Yes, the classic cutback. Calculated Pecco Bagnaia overtake that. Let them through, then fight back immediately. Classic style of a MotoGP World Champion. We are the Moto3 World Championship leader by 42 points to Furusato. In fact, it's going to be 52 points right now with a 10 point... No, 47. But it could be a 10-point swing and it could down to 37 if Taio beats us here today. Cross the line there, another solid lap time, so 1:48.769. Taio comes up on the inside. He has got some aggression, hasn't he? Well, must be careful not to downshift to second gear like that again. That felt really uncomfortable there on the brakes. Downshifting a bit aggressively and prematurely is not the way to do it in MotoGP 24. So onto the left-hander and then back on the right. This thin Pirelli rubber is being pushed to the limit here on the KTM. God, there really isn't much to see around this circuit, is there? It's a very bland circuit, but the action's certainly making up for it. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing an action this year, though. I'm really keen to see how it all pans out in MotoGP. Did you see that? Taio took a full tenth of a second out of us there. He is on another level. He is on 120% plus, where the rest of them are on 120%. He's unbelievable. And now that's the worst thing it could have done. That's ridiculous. Look at the speed. Oh, man. He's so fast on the straights. Oh, this is brilliant. I'm all for it, though. I am absolutely all for it. After dominating Portimao and then again in Mugello, I don't want any more dominant races like that. I want to be pushed to the absolute limit, and the Idemitsu Honda Team Asia rider is giving it to me right now. Up on the inside, though, back up on the through. No, is he thinking about... He was thinking about going around the outside, but he's got the inside line. That's clean. That is good. That's nice. That from... Oh, my God. Did he really try and outbrake me going into turn 12? Yeah, this is game on. This is absolutely game on. I say it was a clean move. He did make contact with me, but I couldn't help to appreciate the fact that he had the audacity and the temerity to launch an attack in a corner as tight as that. This is game on. This is absolutely brilliant. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying this one, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe as well. It's going to be more races like this. If we keep starting to the back of the grid on the hardest difficulty, good things will come in terms of content. Get tuned, get subscribed, and stay ace, because why not let it fly? Oh, you're getting all the one-liners from DrAce here today. There's going to be a few more, no doubt. But Furusato, he's brilliant on the pressure. 4 tenths of a second is the gap to the number 72. We've got this one. This is the biggest lead we've had in quite a few lap times. So into the right hand side, tighten a little bit wide there for turn 6, not very comfortable as we go into turn 7, and that is going to cost us time. If he gets my slipstream, it's curtains, it's game over. It's good night Vienna for myself on this straight. The gap is 4 tenths. The gap is 3.5 tenths, 3 tenths, 2.5 tenths, less than 2 tenths, 1.5, a tenth of a second. He's going to get through going in to turn 9. Unbelievable. And he's run it deep again. Unless he absolutely sends it now into turn 10. I don't think I can be beaten. Oh, he has done as well. Cleverly done. But I'm doing the Pecco. I'm doing the Pecco again. You have to close the door, Taio. You're letting all the mid-Gs and flies in, and DrAce. He's got to get that sorted. Get a mosquito net or something, pal. Get a... What's that thing? The latch thing you get on the door. You know what I mean? Doesn't open the door fully that way. Get one of those on Taio because you need it. Every single time you get through, you leave the door ajar. I'm going to fight back immediately. Oh, I tell you what, this is good. This is a good workout, actually. I'm getting nervous again. It's a problem when I do the commentary. I get myself hyped up as well. I'm just hyping the video up. the number one hype man for myself. And into turn 4, tight as the apex as you can possibly go. The gap is now 4.5 tenths of a second. It's about the same as it was the lap prior. On lap 8, we were 4 tenths of a second adrift from the Japanese who's in second. The absolute sheer talent and class of Taiyo Furusato. Going to try and get it right again into turn 6. Not too bad as we dive into the left-hander of turn 7. Very tight to the apex of the 7th corner. Bit squirrely actually getting that close. So this time around, we have a half a second advantage under the bridge. He's not catching us this time, surely not. Is he actually going to catch us again? I think he might. He's not going to send it though. Got it a bit deep there. I usually like to go a little bit tighter, but it's not a problem unless Taio comes through now for turn 10. Where is he? Where is he? I know he's coming. He hasn't attacked yet. I wonder if he's just going to wait it out a little bit. The lap times are getting quicker though, and we're definitely completely pulled away from Holgado, Alonso, Suzuki. I expected better from Tatsuki-san in this one, to be honest. We wanted Tatsuki-san, but we got Taio-san. It's game on. 10th of a second lost on this lap, but still another solid lap time. Across the line, a 1:48.8. Still sticking in the 1:48 barriers, but here comes the man on board the Honda, Taio Furusato again. It's Taio to go for it, and we are back on the inside again. Surely he's not going to get me into turn 4. I'll be a little bit embarrassed if he does. He didn't. Good. Good. I didn't fancy that. Really didn't want him to embarrass me going into that corner, which I felt so strong at in MotoGP 24. Maybe I'm actually inspired by Sokol. Maybe this track is not as bad as I thought it was. Maybe it's just because I'm getting better at the game. I don't know, but I will tell you somebody who is getting better at the game. Taio Furusato. It's Taio to attack again as I get through. Go. Oh, I can't. I wanted that tight apex, but he's positioned it beautifully there. That's abusing track limits if I'm not mistaken. He absolutely is. But it's time to battle again. Steel yourselves, boys and girls. Taio and myself are fighting once more. Now, what can the Honda do now that's in the lead? Will he hold on to the lead? He runs it deep into turn 9. I'm going for that tremendously tight apex. Oh, a bit of a fairing bash, but it's all right because that has positioned me perfectly for the move into turn 10. Not bad. You got to give him a bit of a block pass. I just noticed a moment ago, Stefano Nepper and Colin Via have just both crashed out together. So something has happened to the duo. But now onto the left-hand side. Front tyre was warming up quite a bit then. Rear tyre is about to that stage where the SC2, or in fact the SC1, is going to start to wear off. Those Pirelli rubber will start to feel a little bit useless eventually. And that is where it's going to make the man out of the boys. Can we fight when the tyres go off? Now, I said this a lot in MotoGP 23, but it's when you get to the font on that tyre picture, on that depiction of the tyres there from the front and the rear, when it gets halfway, expect the tyres to just drop. And they drop pretty quickly. So we have to be careful. We're on a good lap again though. And I'm not pushing the front brake too much now. I'm trying to reduce the temperature in that front Pirelli rubber. We're on a good lap here, you know, we really are. Oh, is it? No, a debt pilot. Oh, Furusato's gone down. Oh my god, look how close that was. Oh my god. Whoa. Did you see how close that was? That was unbelievable. That was absolutely Unbelievable. Flabbergasting. I can't believe that. Oh, and the sound difference. I can't hear the Honda anymore. Oh man, that was scary. Wow. From 100 to about 180 beats per minute down to a little bit calmer. That was unbelievable. That was absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe that. What a fight. How did he lose the front? What did... It was like fighting a real opponent, that. It looked like he was coming for me just to kill me then. A bit similar to when, was it Colin Vire who crashed in Le Mans in my career mode and his bike hit Suzuki? That was inches away. I seen that he crashed and I just wanted to see what happened behind me, but my god, I wasn't expecting the jump scare of a Honda Team Asia bike launching towards me. And in fact, I've just realised this, he's actually out. He's out. He's not nipped out, or he's not gone out, he's finished. DNF. I can't believe that. Taio Furusato, well, his AI is human. He can make mistakes, you know what I mean? I can't believe this. We're going to win back-to-back winning race again, isn't it? Mugello to now. Unbelievable. What a way to start the second half of the season. I was really hoping that the, what do you call it, the Moto2, Moto3 update, the update, I was hoping the liveries would be out by now so we could start the second season with updated models and graphics, but unfortunately we're still waiting for that. But yeah, hopefully for the next ones or whenever we do the next one. I might be recording Assen later, so I don't know yet, but I would have really liked to seen it all modernised. But yeah, what a race. This has been mental. Unbelievable. An absolute battle not to be forgotten about. I can't believe he crashed. I'm actually really disappointed he's crashed. Look at my teammate David Munoz. He was up to 5th a moment ago. So our upgrade on the bike has done him a tremendous favour. Brilliant. Let's hope he can finish on a high then. I would really like to see us both finish high up. And the best thing about that, our closest competition for the team's comparison in the team's championship is the man in 3rd and 8th. David Alonso, Joel Kelso. The CF Moto team, or Gas as it is currently, before the livery gets updated, they're right behind us by a single point. So with Munoz in 5th, myself in 1st, that's a good chunk of points to add to our tally. And I don't think I've ever won the team's championship in Moto3 because I always get a teammate who doesn't deliver. So I think in Moto3 in last year's game I was with the CIP Green Power for the debut, and then we moved across to the 658 Squadra Corsa team with Riccardo Rossi. So as far as I'm concerned, I don't think I've ever won the team's championship in any other category but MotoGP with the Factory Ducati team. What an opportunity for us here today. 2.5 laps to go then. This looks to be perfect for us as we are bringing in the lap times now quite comfortably. And I tell you what, he's done me a huge favour there. Furusato has done us a solid. He absolutely has, because now we don't need to stress about the tyres, and in fact I don't need to stress about the commentary either, so I'm going to have a sip of my beverage. Thank you very much. I needed that. My throat was on fire. I just picked up the G Fuel. I bought the Duke Nukem G Fuel, and I must confess it's a rather nice beverage. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen me post about it. Not sponsored or anything, I just thought I'd tell you what I was having a beverage of. Adds to the context of the video and your favourite content creator. Well, the gap is now 3 seconds. Tatsuki Suzuki is now inherited 2nd after Taio fell in turn 7, I think it was, yeah. Alonso up to 3rd, Holgado 4th, and teammate Munoz up to 5th. Is there a chance of him finishing on the podium? I think not. I think he must be leading the battle for 5th place, where Suzuki and Alonso are together with Holgado very close behind. I think that's the case, but I can only predict it from the map in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. Your live track map, it could definitely materialise that way. A little bit deep there for turn 4. I'm just trying not to use as much front tyre as I have been doing. Save a bit just in case. Gap still at 3 seconds. I don't think I really need to. What a race. I've absolutely loved this one. It's been brilliant. Absolutely awesome. And I can honestly say, hand on heart, I never expected him to crash. Never. Certainly added to the excitement. I do feel that my comeuppance is arriving soon. There is going to be a race this season where my silky smooth riding style and casual positioning on the brakes will not work out and I'll probably crash. I've been very fortunate so far to not be taken out. Colin Via crashed in front of me in Le Mans. That was scary. Taio Furusato almost killed me a moment ago. Got punted out a few times into Catalonia. And in fact, even in that race I had a few mistakes, but we still finished on the podium. I'm talking about a good old banging crash where I have to retire from. Hopefully it doesn't happen, but at the same time, I'm not shy of showing that if that happens. I do keep transparency with you fantastic viewers. Of course, not everyone believes that I play on 120% difficulty for some strange reason. It's not hard, you just have to bang your game on and compare it to my game, and there you go. That's how you can figure out if I'm on the difficulty I say I'm on. That's why I don't understand why anyone lies, because people can figure it out. People can prove you wrong. So yeah, anyway, enough about that prat from the other day. We're 2.5 seconds clear now from Tatsuki Suzuki. This is the final lap of today's Kazakhstan GP. It has been an absolute slugfest, and look at that, our first track limit warning here today on the final lap. Just a small, minute error, enough for a track limit warning. In fact, if I remember rightly, track limits has only really occurred to me twice in MotoGP Ace Academy races. One of them at this circuit, the other one in Qatar, so the difference is night and day. From the MotoGP class to the MotoGP Ace Academy race, getting a long lap penalty, compared to now where we've had a thrilling fight with a young Japanese star and only had one track limit warning. We're getting better, it seems. Not bad after all. So under the bridge then for the final time of asking, big thank you to everyone who's watched the video, and if you watched every single lap, then there's a special place for you guys in my heart. I do try my best to keep the entirety of the action exciting, and I certainly hope I deliver. But guys, if you did enjoy, don't forget, hit the like button and subscribe as well. It really helps the channel, and every little bit of interaction, from a comment to a like to a subscribe, helps the algorithm push me and my efforts to create a brand and to create, of course, interesting content. So here we go then. One more corner to go. Lunetta has been given a warning on the final lap. We're not bothered about that, because we're on to the power and we're on to another higher ground. It's another 25 points. We're standing tall. We are the Empire State Human above everyone else. Well, there you go then, girls and boys. 1.8 clear from Tatsuki Suzuki. Magnificent. Really solid performance, that. But what I am curious to know is the team's championship. Oh, David Munoz finished in 5th. Massive thumbs up for teammate David Munoz in the BOE Motorsports KTM team. But let's take a look at the team's championship to see exactly how things are playing out. 47 points clear now from Tatsuki Suzuki, but Taio Furusato, the big loser, has lost 25 points in his battle for this campaign. Munoz is not even in the top 12, that's a shame, but he's helped me get to top spot with the BOE Motorsports team. We're now 12 points clear from CF Moto and 22 clear from Liquimoli Husqvarna Intact GP. But guys, thanks for watching the video. I certainly hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.